Shalom.
Shalom.
Give us a second to check the feed, make sure everything is good.
Yeah, you on, bro.
Yeah, okay. Sound everything's fine?
Yeah.
Alright. Shalom. GMS Carolinas got a chance to wake up. So why not, go do the video, serve the Lord before we, have our little shenanigans and whatnot. But before we get started with this lesson, we want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, B'chad, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out here laboring in all truth and sincerity. To you, we say shalom. All right. So pretty much in this lesson, we want to go into how Esau, Edom, his world has to end so that ours can begin. We understand that in order for us to be able to truly, have rest, to seek the salvation that we truly, seek, Esau, Edom, his world as well as the rest of the heathen, because understanding that when Esau falls, that's the end of all the heathen ruling. All right, we're at the time when the time of the Gentiles is about to be fulfilled. You about to get it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You grab it real quick.
And so this is the time you should be waiting on, but we understand that it's a transition of power. So that transition we're in the midst of now, as Esau was going down, Israel was going up. All right, and so what the elites are trying to do is stave off, their demise, because they see that they're pretty much at the apex of where their society is about to get. They're about to bring this AI to sentient level, understanding, thinking, whatever. All right, they're about to shut this whole old way of living down and introduce a new world, which is all going to be centered upon that MOTB, which is the RFID chip. Mm-hmm. So that's the apex of how far he's going to get, and the Most High is going to let it to where he's going to think that he's about to sit at the table and eat the fruit of his labor, but then that tablecloth is going to get yanked, and all his shit is going to go with him, man. But we'll get that.
This is this is St. Luke, chapter 21, verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. Mm-hmm. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
Right, and that had to happen because, according to prophecy, we broke the laws of the Heavenly Father, so therefore we moved the Most High to wrath, like it said in the book of Baruch, the 4th chapter. And the Lord pretty much allowed the heathen to overtake us, man.
Baruch 4:6, you were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath.
Right.
You were delivered unto the enemies.
Yeah, we were delivered to our enemies. Who are our enemies? Because the nation of Israel, we have enemies, man. The enemies are the other nations. Yep. All right, started with the head of the bullshit, which is Esau, Edom. Yep. All right, down to the goddamn the Hamites, which are so-called Africans, the Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabs, Elam, the so-called East Indians, Moab, Ammon, the Chinese, Japanese, all the heathen, even Japheth.
Yep.
All these heathen have had a part in our captivity. So we have enemies. And because we moved the Most High to wrath, he took our heads away and allowed these heathen to overtake us and eventually put us in this captivity, which us being in Babylon the Great, this is the final captivity that we're going to have to endure. We have been through the Egyptian captivity. We have been through the Babylonian, the Assyrian, the Medo-Persian, all right, the Greek, Romans, and even being under the different Hamites as we was, making our ascension to the promised land. So all the heathen have had a part in our captivity, but this being the last one, which is America, the fourth beast, all right, whereas the point of that statue in Daniel's, which is the toes, all right, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is about to liberate us from our enemies, man.
Yep. I got a quick precept. Speaking on how all these other nations pretty much had us in captivity. First Maccabees chapter 2 verse 10. What nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? So like the priest was saying, man, at the end of the day, ain't none of these nations, these heathen nations are innocent, man. Right. At the end of the day, we get on Esau because he's public enemy number one. Well, all you nations, man. So that's why all of y'all are getting ready to go into captivity under us, man. You see?
I got a precept. It's Psalm chapter 75 and verse 7, and it says, "But the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another." In which, contrary to Esau's belief, he feels as if he got the power, on his own. But it's really the Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai that ultimately established him in that position.
Yep.
Verse 8.
What's that? What you reading?
Psalm 75:7.
Can it tell you that in First Kings? No, it's like First Samuel. I'm the one that lifted up. I put it down. All right. Kings are placed in positions by the Heavenly Father, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says verse 8, for in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poured out the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth, shall bring them out and drink them. In which the dregs is ultimately that be the most potent part of whatever drink, So where it says drink, ultimately the wicked are pursuant to the nations that was essentially conspiring together, consisting of Esau, Edom, Ham, Moab, so on and so forth. Essentially, they don't have to go through the judgment of the Lord.
That's right. Yeah, like with beer, like usually that's the most bitter part of the beer, like the dregs of it. Yep. So hey, at the end of the day, man, the nations they're gonna have to go into captivity, man. That's that bitter end that they got coming to them, man. And we had to go through it, and we're the children of Israel. So how much more the non-Israelite nations, man.
Right.
You see?
Quick precept.
Okay.
This is Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, thy power, will put all these curses upon thy enemies. And priest, he was getting into that point. All these heathen nations, from Esau, Edom on down, they're going to have to go into captivity because that was the curses that was put on Jacob. Obviously for our disobedience. And we went through, this affliction, this punishment by our power. But we're coming to the times where the roles is about to be reversed, man.
Yep.
Yeah, what sense does that make to where the Lord then did all this to his people, and then when he comes back, everybody is just going to be on equal footing. Like the Lord ain't gonna get payback for what you heathen have done to his people.
Right.
It says you further the affliction, man. None of you heathen ain't guilty. So y'all gonna get it when Esau fall. That's why in Revelation 18 chapter it talks about how all the nations are going to wail when Babylon the Great is going to be taken out.
Right.
Because they're not gonna have anybody to do the commerce that they're doing. Like everybody's pimping America right now.
Right. That's right.
So once the hoe is dead, that's the end of the lick.
That's it.
And everybody's going to be upset with that because America has major influence in the world economically. Yes. So that's going to be a major hit on a global scale, which is why nations are trying to jockey to see he's going to be the next major power in play once America's gone. And that's going to be your house shot job, man.
Yep.
I do the heathen rage, man.
Exactly.
Right. Finishing that out. Deuteronomy 37. And the Lord Yahweh Shema thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So Esau got to pay, for touching the apple of the Lord's eye, man. You heathen nation, you done benefited off our captivity. You ain't do nothing about it. You got to get it too, man.
That's right.
All right. And the Lord said, he that leads into captivity shall go into captivity. He that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. That shows you we serve a just, a balanced power, man.
Yes.
So and that time is soon to come, man. Esau Edom's demise is right around the corner, man.
That's right.
One more, because you said that.
That's the time. Yeah, because that's the times we're in, man. That's why ultimately you're seeing pretty much everything that's taking place on the earth as far as these prophecies being fulfilled. Because like brothers is going into, man, this is the end of Esau's kingdom, and this is the end of all you heathen, man.
Right.
This is the end of y'all actually being over us, man.
This is Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
Yes.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Yep. Yeah. So at the end of the day, man, they got to go through that, man. They had a hand. We already brought out the precepts that they've had a hand in our captivity. We've been in captivity to all these other nations, man. Yep. Right? And like Priest Anwar made a heavy point. So you got all these nations trying to job for position of who's going to rule next. But everybody's counting out the Israelites. You don't see nothing. You don't see, and it's always the underdogs. It's always the underdogs that come to the top and take over when nobody expects it, man. So that's pretty much when it comes to the children of Israel. This is the perfect underdog story, man, because everybody counting us out. Like Priest gave you a rundown. You got Moab, Ammon, right? They definitely think they're about to come into power because they pretty much are advanced with the technology You got Babylon trying to catch up with them or whatever. But ain't none of y'all even gonna rule, man. Right? It's a complete wrap for y'all, man.
Right.
You see?
I have one on that. This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiastes, chapter 10 and verse 14. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shah has cast down the thrones of proud princes and set up the meek in their stead. And who's the most proud today?
Come on, man.
Esau, the proudest nation, the most wickedest nation on planet Earth.
Yep.
The Lord is about to cast them down, man.
Yep.
All this fulfillment, trying to fulfill the 2030 agenda. Come with that new world order. Put an MOTB inside everybody. All that's gonna fail, man.
Hey,
because what's the end result? Destruction, man.
That's it.
Hey, they wear themselves in the multitude of the councils, man. You know, like having all of these, ideas of how they gonna, ultimately continue to rule over us, man. But it's gonna be null and void, man.
Yeah, because the thing of what they know that they're screwed. Job 14, the bounds.
Yep.
You know, because like you said, Esau is trying to figure out a way to extend what he's been given, not realizing that you're bound by prophetic bounds anyways.
Right.
The Lord gave every kingdom a certain measure that they was going to rule, which even in the history, we're coming up into July, which is the 250th anniversary of America. And we, through history, have always seen the pattern that nations don't last longer than 250 years.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we can see spiritually as well as what we're seeing happening right now, America is about to run out.
Yes.
You know, the end of Esau is here because these niggas are sloppy. But like I said, they're trying to figure out a way to extend, which is why you have things like Project Looking Glass be exposed to where they had the supercomputer where they was consulting the pretty much. There's so many words looking to the future, but it's not even like it's like you use Endgame, Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
When Doctor Strange was going through all those possible. That's it's the science.
Yeah.
You know I forgot the word. The probabilities of if I do this, can this avert and what they can find out. Yeah, but they found out that his demise is inedible, man.
Yep.
Inedible. He can't go around it, man.
Right.
Because he's bound by the words of Yahweh Shem Shah.
Right.
You got it.
Right.
God, that Job. This Job 14 and 5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee."
Yeah, his days are determined. All right, the Lord gave you a set measure. Okay, so much so to show you the Lord is merciful. This your third go round, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, you had it with the Greeks. You had it with the Romans, and now here it is in Rome 2.0. Niggas still running the same playbook.
Yep.
All right, and you found it, and it's beautiful because what's three? Understanding, right? And what's the wicked shall not understand. You know, it was never meant for you to rule, my nigga.
That's right.
You seen it, you striking out once again, bro.
Yep. Ain't 3 strikes and you out. 3 strikes and you out, nigga. That's it, bro. That's it, man. You know?
Right. God. It says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass."
Bounds in every way you can imagine. All right, it's certain parts of the earth where you're restricted to going. All right, so the live of it, they've discovered 95% of the earth. That's bullshit. Whatever the number they said, it's lower than what they telling you.
Right.
You know, they barely touch the surface level of understanding with the ocean.
Yep.
That's a whole different world entity in itself.
Yes.
You know, and so much so to where it's certain parts of the ocean they can't even get to. Man,
Exactly.
we did that video a long time ago where it's a part of the Mariana Trench, for example.
Okay.
They can't get past a certain part in there. Yep. Also, it's another part of the ocean to where it's these fish that will create a border around whatever the area that they're protecting, and no matter what Esau does to try to penetrate it, they just bounce back up. They can't penetrate it.
Yeah, that's how you know this is of the Lord, man.
So even amongst that, you can't go past the Van Allen belt in space. So that whole shit with damn Artemis, that was some bullshit. That was AI, man.
That was AI.
You know? So nothing of what you're trying to do is going to really get you past what the Lord said you ain't passing, man.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
You have bounds that you cannot pass, and your days are determined, man.
Yep.
You've been found wanting, like in Daniel, man.
Yep.
They actually saw that message too, man.
Yeah.
And the CERN machine, the nigga pumped his head in the CERN machine and saw the same letters that those Babylonians saw that night, man.
Yep.
Manny
Bro,
Manny
bro.
Manny Tekel,
Forcing.
you forcing.
Yep.
You have been found lacking. You found you really matter of fact, get it real quick. I don't want to butcher it.
Come.
You know, you've been found lacking though. That's ultimately that's what wanting means. When you go into that verse.
This is this is Daniel chapter 5, verse 25. Let me see where to start. I started verse 24. Then was the part of the hand sent from him, and this writing was written. Verse 25. And this is the writing that was written. Many tekel upharsin. This is the interpretation of the thing. Many, the Heavenly Father have numbered thy kingdom.
See,
and finished
it. He's numbered your kingdom and finished it.
Yep.
Right. Babylon, this is happening spiritually already with Babylon, man. We're playing out the physical manifestation of that, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 27. Tekel. Verse 27. Tekel. Thou art weighed in the balances and art found wanting.
And go into that word wanting.
Come.
All right, because as we see, Habakkuk 1 and 4 lets us know that this is a land void of judgment.
Yeah.
There's no truth in the land, and that's the problem with Babylon. That's the problem with Esau's rulership altogether. Because what's the main thing lacking in this man's rulership? The Most High's presence, man.
Yeah.
He has made void the Lord, His laws, even His people. Right. You know, so the Lord says He has numbered your days, and you've been found wanting.
Yep. So the word is Strong's H2626. I believe the word is kasir. Kasir.
Is that right?
Let me see. Chasayar.
Chasayar. And it reads lacking, wanting, deficient.
Lacking, wanting, deficient of what? Truth.
Woo.
Truth, man.
That's
the ways
right.
of the Lord.
Yep.
That's the reason why the earth is fucked up, man.
Yep.
Right.
It's because the Most High's ways are not being upheld here. Why? Because Psalms 10. Yes, sir?
I got something for you.
Go ahead. Put that Psalms 10.
Come.
This is Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 14. It says, "And judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. For truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter. Yet truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey, and the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment." So ultimately, when we look at, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, all right, and how he has ran it is by ultimately, removing things that when at first when it was set up, from the foundations of the earth, essentially it was in balance.
Yeah.
But by him removing things, it essentially throws everything out of whack.
Yep.
That's why it says, verse 15, "Yet truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey, and the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment." So it's ultimately no judgment that takes place, amongst the planet Earth, being, by default from who's ruling.
Yeah. No righteous judgment.
Yep.
Because Esau is bringing judgment in the earth, but it's not righteous. That's why they say he's found on the scale. A scale represents balance.
Yep.
And so weighing this nigga on the scale, man, he's completely out of balance because he's he's in wickedness. Man.
Yeah.
And the main reason is because of that is because the Most High's way is not being upheld here, man.
Yep.
Where it says
Psalms 10 and
3 or something like that.
God, verse 3. Yep. It's Psalms 10 and 3. It says, "For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord Yahweh Shemashai abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High."
And that's the reason why the earth is in balance. It's because the Most High's ways are not being pushed. The ruler of the earth, all right, is supposed to put the Lord's ways to use.
Yep.
All right, because everything about what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is teaching us in His truth is the forward life. Because the Lord is life.
Yep.
Right.
So Esau in his pride said he's going to do it his way, and he's going to seek after his idols, his charmers, his witches and warlocks, man. And that's why when you see everything in Babylon, everything is demonic. Everything goes back to some type of idol worship. Man. It's all going back to ways to destroy you, man. And that's why the earth is totally consumed, because the spirit of consumption without replenishing is being pushed in the earth, man.
Yep.
The Lord teaches you how to replenish all the way down to a cellular level, man.
Yeah.
From the foods we eat, it is replenishing your cells which gives your body energy and makes it operate in the way it's supposed to. And same thing for us on the earth, man. The things that we do as far as putting the seeds back into the earth.
Yep.
All right, giving the land the rest, man.
Yep.
The pretty much, operating like the Lord said. It gives life. Esau doesn't do anything because Esau is a cancer, man. He's a parasite, like we said yesterday, man.
Yep.
And just a self-consuming entity that won't stop until it destroys itself, man. Because a parasite will gorge until he ultimately kills the host.
Right.
Yep.
That's why he got to be cut off. That's going into that Sirach. The physician cut up off a long disease.
Yep.
And Yahweh Shai coming to cut this devil out of the planet Earth, man.
That's right.
And it goes into how he that is a king today, tomorrow, this devil about to be out of power, man.
Yes.
There ain't no continuing of this white superiority. Esau ruling in the planet Earth for another 100,000 years. Everybody see him up in the planet Earth, man. The devil playing God in the planet Earth. That's not what's gonna happen, man. Yahweh Shai got his new world order, man. For Yahweh Shai to establish his kingdom that is given to him by his father Yahweh, man. Yeah. And he gonna rule with his elect, man.
And that's the beautiful thing about what the Lord is doing. I like what you said, because it is going to be a new world order.
Yep.
It is going to be a great reset, but it's not going to go the way Esau thinks it's going to go.
Right.
Yep.
The Lord is using him to initiate it, but then he's going to take the reins of it as it goes. Because Esau going to lose control of it, man.
Yep.
All right, here it is. He's trying to unleash Pandora's box. Well, him doing that, he's not going to understand what's going to be the ramifications of that, man.
Yep.
Because, let's use the tight tops, what they're doing. What you see them purposely making the whole world angry and hate them because in their mind,
right.
They think that if they think they're the chosen people, right?
Yeah.
So if the world hates them and to the point where everybody wants to kill them, then they think the Messiah is going to come back and save them.
Right.
But they don't realize that it's a snare unto you because what their real plan is that they want to bring Yahushua back so they can kill him again. And they can assume their place as being God on the earth, man.
Yeah, man.
But you don't realize that, number one, the Lord allows you to kill our Messiah for the sole purpose of prophecy. Yeah. And then he defeated death by being risen back up. So when he returns the second time, he's taking what was his.
Yeah.
He could have took what was his when he came the first time, when he was on the Roman captivity, man. But it wasn't time yet. We had to go through what we had to go through so we could be in the point of prophecy where we're at today, speaking the words of his downfall as they're manifesting, so that we can literally play out. We're doing you just like we did Jericho ultimately.
Right. Right.
We're chanting down Babylon just like we chanted down Jericho, man.
Yep. Right. I got a quick precept. Isaiah 47:3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So like Priest is going into, man, hey, at the end of the day, he's going to come back in his perfected angelic body, and he's coming to take over, man. Right. Ultimately, like Priest is going into, the Heavenly Father he allows you devils to put your hands on Yahweh Shai for prophecy's sake. Now, the Heavenly Father is getting ready to allow Yahweh Shai to physically put hands on you devils, man. And guess what? He's going to allow also the 144,000, the elect, to get busy on you devils, man. Right. And put y'all head first into captivity. That was y'all in from the beginning, man. That the Heavenly Father already had it mapped out on how he was going to do things, man. But see, these devils, they have it in their mind that they're going to try to take over. That blessing that was given unto you through Isaac, ultimately, that was a curse unto you as well, man. You see, because now, all the wickedness that you devils have done since y'all been in power, y'all got to answer for all of that, man.
And that's what's happening now.
Yep.
All the nations are beginning to turn their back on America because this shit was happening with Iran.
Yep.
Everybody is starting to see the pattern of this nigga's crazy.
Yes.
This nigga is crazy, bro. Yes. And we don't have no benefit of dealing with this motherfucker because them putting sanctions on everybody and them bringing forth this whole thing with the Strait of Hormuz being closed, their allies are suffering for this, man.
Yeah.
Esau is such a megalomaniac, he don't even realize how he's alienating himself from his allies, which is all prophecy because that's the beast shall hate the whore, man. All right, you just saw Israel cussing out Spain.
Yep.
For criticizing their demonic, idiotic move.
Yep.
That's your ally, man. That's one of the heads, man. You know, and so all the allies are going to eventually take that same stance where it's fuck these tiny tots and fuck these Americans over here that shoot missiles on these niggas, man.
Bro.
You know, and that's all what we're waiting on because that's the end of these. So once those missiles are shot, that's it. There's no coming back from that. That's why they're tiptoeing around this. But we're getting to the point where his hand's being forced.
Yes.
That's Proverbs 21. You know, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, and he turneth it whatsoever he will. You know, he's making these devils do this because the time is running out.
Yes.
You see, Trump really don't want to do what he's doing.
Yep.
If you can look at his face and see when he's doing the speeches, bro, he don't want to do it, bro.
He defeated,
but Israel had their hand in his back, man. BB got that nigga by the nuts. You know? Well, that's really him that's talking at this point. That's an AI. That nigga might be dead.
He might be.
But whatever the case may be, man, everybody knows now that this is the United States of Israel.
Yep.
They got the flag flying up there in Jersey now.
Yep.
They have them in Florida. They got the license plate.
License tags.
You know, so everybody is realizing APEC got everybody in the government in a stranglehold, man.
Man, bro.
These small hats are literally doing what. Real quick, the least of the flock shall draw them out.
Yep.
You know, that's prophecy, man, which is leading to their world ending, man. So if you're in the spirit, man, you should be rejoicing because we're literally witnessing their end play out before our eyes, man.
Right.
And then somebody else wanted to rock about seeing the fall of his enemy.
Jeremiah, I got Jeremiah 4:20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, that he hath against Edom, and his purposes that he hath proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Mm-hmm. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
It said, read that the verse about that again.
Con, it says, I'll start back from the top. Mm-hmm. Jeremiah 4:20. Therefore, Jeremiah 49:20. Salakia, the water, bro. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
And have these devils not? Our apostles and their teachers, since the ministry came back on the street, this has been said to you devils to your face. Mm-hmm. We've been telling you what you was going to do before y'all even had the opportunity to put that into motion. Because I know y'all remember that speech with Wesley Clark, and he was talking about the 5 countries that America was looking to take down. Iran was the last one. They've been trying to do this for the longest, but we were saying this before this was really even, you know, a thing that people were realizing was happening. So we literally spoke the action into existence, man. Mm-hmm. Because the world moves off the vibration of the prophets.
That's right. That's right. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that he hath taken against Edom, mm-hmm. and his purposes that he hath proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Mm-hmm. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
The least of the flock shall draw them out. You know, those Edomites over there in the land of Israel, who we know as the Amalekites, all right? The tiny top, small hat, the rats, you know, whatever name you want to call them. Those people, they're imposters, man.
Yes.
They are the ones that's leading America into this war. And that's why you see all these Americans becoming angry because they see that now. Yep. Hey, the military men shall forego the fight. They don't want to go to war. Right. They're talking about bringing the draft back in December. You're going to have a lot of people going AWOL. Yeah. You know, hey, a lot of you crash dummies that's already enlisted or thinking about getting out. Once they give you them papers, you go to the so-called Middle East.
You ain't coming back. You ain't coming back.
It's over for you, man. Because this is it for America. This is it for Babylon the Great, man. That's right. You know? And so everything we're seeing playing out is all poetry and motion through the spirit, man. Because the Lord is fulfilling the vision that he gave us, man.
Right. That's right. It says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Mm-hmm. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
Yeah, because the actions of Israel is going to get America nuked.
Yeah.
All right, and they've already been talking about that. You keep hearing Trump flirting with the idea, you know, I got these nukes. You know, we can nuke Iran and it'd be done in an hour.
Yeah.
You know, but that's all bullshit talk right now because they know if they do anything, China or North Korea, one of them said, if you even think about sending a nuclear missile over there, man, we gonna shoot, we gonna light your ass up, man. I believe it was China, because we know China and Russia, they've already been out at them aiding Iran. Yep. North Korea told them, look, you need nukes, we got them for you.
Yep.
You know, so everybody is already starting to draw them lines to where they want America out of here, man.
Yeah,
You know, and as a prophet, as an Israelite, if you believe in this truth, you should want all of this to go,
exactly.
because we understand these are necessary steps that we have to be able to get the kingdom that we so desire, man.
Yep, sir.
So when Babylon the Great is done, that's the end of no other heathen even thinking about touching the throne, man.
Right.
That's right.
You know, so we'll go back to that.
Okay. This is St. Luke, chapter 21, verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Yeah, to the time of the Gentiles being fulfilled. And we're approaching that time, man.
Right.
All right, right there. It's perfect time. We'll get that now. And if you in the spirit, you should be rejoicing, because we're literally witnessing our enemies fall.
Yes, yes.
This is Bon Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
Right. We're literally witnessing the fall of our enemy playing out right before us, man. Right. The fact that we see Trump acting a goddamn fool in the office, man, that is a beautiful thing.
But we love it.
It is perfect.
Yeah.
It's a perfect way for America to go out.
Right.
Yeah.
Incompetent idiot.
Jackass, man.
That nigga he's a retard.
Yeah.
So much so that his mother even said that. See if I can find that quote.
Damn.
Come on, bro. And you know, and who know you better than your mama? Who know you better than your mama, bro? You know? And everybody can see it, man. You got these other nations making mockery of Donald Trump, and Babylon.
Bro, look at the
Everything's
Lego
a joke.
videos. The
Yep.
Lego videos.
They be going in, bro.
That shit's been hilarious.
They be going in, bro. Babylon's a joke. It was a point in time to where these other nations wouldn't dare speak about America the way they speaking about it now, man. That's another reason how we know that Babylon, Esau is on his way up out of here, man. You see?
Right.
So hey, like priests, like brothers is going in. It's a beautiful thing to see this, man. Because since we caught wind of the truth, right? This is what we've been, building up as far as when we're going out and teaching. This is what we've been waiting on, and how much more the apostles, the apostles and the elders, man. Everything that we've been teaching and talking about, now we're seeing it beginning to play out in real time, right before our eyes, man.
Sure.
You see?
This is that quote from his mother, Marianne Trump. She said, "Yes, he's an idiot with zero common sense and no social skills, but he is my son. I just hope he never gets into politics. He'd be a disaster."
Damn.
Damn. And lo and behold, man. It has been a disaster since this devil has been in office, man.
But the war is the stage at the end of the day.
There you go.
So whether this man is literally a dumbass or he's playing a role,
right? He
is being used for a purpose, man.
Yep.
Him and BB are both being the perfect tools to do what's being forced right now.
Yep.
Right. Because Trump, we understand, he was pushing MAGA when he came in. MAGA, that's the 5th level of witchcraft. That's for that. So he's a high level witch, man.
Yep.
And there's a video of Marina Abramovich, that bitch that be doing the spirit cooking. She said that it was the best thing that could happen for him to get in office, because he's a witch. He's a high level witch, and he's being used to bring confusion to the people.
Yeah. And they've had him on the those Illuminati card games.
He's on that.
Yeah, he's on that. The Simpsons, he's been all on that years ago.
And then it was old videos of him, speaking about he would get into office, how he would do the tariff. He wanted to do tariffs for everybody. Always talking about how America was being done dirty. So everything is the stage, man. It's all set up.
He definitely looks like he's playing a role.
He is a role. He's the perfect character to fit this role, man.
Perfect.
And then I forgot what his name is spiritual too. I forget. Because Trump, he's the last Trump.
Yeah, the last Trump.
But when you broke down his name, it meant something too. I forget. Either way, he's the perfect role for this fall to happen, man.
Yep.
What about that?
I got
Second.
Yeah.
God,
you got something?
Well, I had a quick one just going into this is Sirach 10:8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another, and that's really what's going on. a transitioning of power. Ultimately, a transitioning of power is taking place, a power shift. That's what everybody is seeing, right? Ultimately, you're seeing the end of Esau's heaven, right, and the beginning of our heaven, man. Right, the kingdom of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man, and Wa Yasharallah, man.
Right.
You see?
It's right here, man.
Yep.
So, like I said, that transition of power is literally taking place through the spirit now.
Right.
If you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, you can witness that take place. Because, like I said, it's that teeter-totter. Esau's going down and we're going up, man.
Yep.
You know?
And the Lord all about the balances, man. Perfect balance, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
True justice.
That's right.
The second Esdras chapter 6 and verse 9.
Yep.
For Esau is the end of the world,
Mm-hmm.
and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Mm-hmm. Jacob is the beginning of it that followed, man. Because we're the next up to rule, like you said earlier. Nobody's looking for the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans to rule, but you could just feel it in the earth that they want that. All right, you had the various videos of the different, heathen talking about, you blacks over here in America will wake up. And you got nations literally begging you so-called Negroes to come over there and repopulate their women. Japan said you go over there, you get 4 wives.
Come on, bro.
Tanzania, I think, had it. It's a few. You had the interviews. We had like people from the nation. I think it was a Russian lady asked her, who would you want to be with? She said a black man.
See?
It was one Edomite lady. She said that she was like, she wanted to procreate with a black man because she knows that the genes will carry on, not realizing that it's talking about the man.
Right.
But the fact that they know we have the superior genes. Though.
There you go. There you go. So hey, at the end of the day, the Lord just setting everything up perfectly, man. He getting everything in order as as things are supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at Esau repopulating.
True.
He's losing. Everybody looking down on that. Everybody wants a piece of him.
Yeah.
There's nothing cool about being Edomite anymore.
No, bro.
Everybody wants to be the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man now.
Yep.
Man. We winning.
Yep.
And it's only like that because the Lord is shifting the favor back in our favor, man.
There you go. Yeah, everybody finding out, this guy's like the real Count Dracula. This nigga he's a blood drinker. You know what I mean? Going into the AAC. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You see, everybody's finding out that this guy, he's a maniac, bro. He's not as what's the word I'm looking for? He's not as good as everybody thought he was.
He ain't white.
Yeah, exactly.
Ultimately, it goes back to white because when they say they white, using the color psychology that they said, white men, angelic, pure, without malevolent intent. That's not Esau.
Not at all, bro.
He's the real black man on the earth, man.
I'm telling you, bro. Cause that's why they try to put that upon Jake, man. We was talking about that earlier, bro. On the way here, as a matter of fact, bro. That's why they put that color. Cause anything that's associated with black is negative, bro. Yeah. When you go into it, it means void of light, man.
Yeah. Just look at a simple example, connotation. You got angel's food cake, which is white. And then you got devil's food cake.
I ain't never even thought about that.
So I'll show you that. It's on a small
I never even thought about that.
color. Esau's a faggot, man.
Piece of shit, bro. It's like, but like you said, man, it plays on the psyche of people, man. You know what I'm saying? But see, the Wadi Habashima shot, we got this truth, and we can see right through this nigga now, man. And we're exposing him because what is that? 2 Thessalonians 2:8. Matter of fact, I'll grab that real quick. Okay, yeah, you got it, bro. You got it, bro. Okay, kind of. Real quick, 2 Thessalonians 2:8. This is the time for this nigga to be exposed, man. 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall that wicked be revealed. And according to Malachi 1:4, Esau Edom is the wicked, man.
Right.
So they're being revealed. Because like preachers going into, you're not really white. That's just a social construct. Right? Ultimately, you're the Edomites, you're the wicked. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, via the prophets. That's why we out on the highways and byways exposing this devil, man. That's why he want to clip our videos, our channels. That's why ultimately he want to get us off of the highways and persecute us, right? Because of this truth. He's been exposed on a extremely high level. It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. You see? So at the end of the day, man, that's a wrap for Esau Edom, man. Hey, look, the cat's out of the bag. You can go ahead and try to clip, you can go ahead and take all our videos off of YouTube, man. At the end of the day, everybody has woken up to the fact that you are the wicked, man.
Yeah.
You see?
Can no longer hide.
Can't hide no more, man.
This is Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 17. And it says, judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet, because we got Isaiah 59, 59th chapter. All right, it went into ultimately how, judgment wasn't being done, so the Lord was displeased, so the Lord ultimately in this time is essentially, bringing back true judgment, starting with raising up the elect, as pursuant to restoring the judges is at the first.
Mm-hmm.
But it says, Isaiah 28 and 17, judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet, and the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies. Those lies is it goes into how the inception of American Babylon the Great, and also just everything about Esau Edom. He ultimately rules with that right hand of falsehood. So he's being exposed for to be the wicked.
Right.
So it says, and the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the water shall overflow the hiding place. So essentially, this truth is spreading out through the four corners of the globe.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Heavy, bro. Heavy. So that's a wrap for you, nigga. Hey, so live it up. Do what you gotta do. Get it all out your system, man, because this is your last hurrah.
Yep. A quick one.
Yeah.
This is 2 Esdras chapter 4 and verse 28. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come.
Mm.
So you see this devil, he done had this little run.
Yep.
We know that this ultimately is his blessing.
Yep.
Going back to Genesis 27 chapter, 40th verse.
Yep.
It's temporary.
Yep.
So that evil, all the wickedness and the lies you done sown and tried to corrupt the people of the Lord, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all that has already been fulfilled now.
Yes.
The elect have woken back up to the light. The Lord done gave us this truth now. Right. So the 2/3, you got them. Yeah, you got them.
Yeah.
The heathens, they ain't even named in the category of salvation.
Not even close.
But we know that salvation
is
coming to the Lord's elect.
They're in a different arena.
Yeah, man.
Right.
It's all about the elect, man.
That's right.
Because when you look at it, the elect are the only ones that actually care about bringing the world back to balance.
Yeah, right.
Because if we're those members, we were the first fruits. We were back with Yahweh Shah creating the world.
There you go.
So it would make sense why we're the only ones upset with how this man is doing our creation. Man.
Yeah.
This nigga. Imagine you have a crib. You done built that shit from scratch, and you just have a nigga just come in there and just destroy everything.
You gonna want to put hands on him, bro.
What's his name? My bad.
Rick James.
Yeah.
yeah. Bro, nigga punch a hole in the wall, all type of shit, man.
Boot full of fucking mud and dirt. And you got a nice plush ass all white couch, and this nigga just
come on, bro. That's number one. That's your Yahweh Shah, man.
Yeah.
Because imagine that. I heard that point Friday. I was like, damn. Yahweh Shah came back under Esau, having all the power, having all the knowledge. He came back. He left the heavenly abode to come back under slavery under the Romans, man.
God damn.
And just looking at that, and then him going back in the spirit world and seeing everything that he's done to this point, man. He's fuming, man.
Yeah,
he's seeing how he doing his brothers.
Yeah,
bro. He gonna get busy when he crack the clouds, man.
Right.
And we're gonna get busy when we get that power, man.
That's right,
like you said, man.
Right.
The 144,000, man. The Lord gonna turn us up, man.
Amen.
Lord willing, man.
Lord willing, man.
I have verse 29, 2 Esdras 4 and 29. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down.
Yep.
And really, that's going to be right side up.
There you go.
Right back in the
Because Isaiah 29 and 16 tells you that the fucking devil turned the water upside down. So the Lord is going to realign it back to where it needs to be back, man.
Yeah, bro.
It says, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. That's the kingdom of heaven, man.
Yeah.
That's what we ultimately looking for. The kingdom of Yahweh Shai. By default, the kingdom of Israel, man.
There you go.
The rightful rulers in the planet Earth, man. These devils is unfit to rule the planet Earth. You see what they doing with their power? They not, like Elder Shawamba make that point. Why you ain't just chilling, man? You got all the resources and money in the world. You ain't just chilling.
See, the reason why, because Esau don't know he don't know what peace is. He was never given the wisdom of knowing peace. That's why in Revelation 64 it said he was given a sword to take peace from the earth.
Right.
Because what? If he ain't destroying somebody, he ain't polluting somebody's water system, he ain't killing and raping no baby, he ain't right. He can't sleep at night.
Yeah,
Man.
bro. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's why he gotta get the fuck out the throne, bro.
He's a demon, bro. He's an
Got
absolute demon, bro. Chaos demon. That's why Eve act the way she act, man. Cause they following the footsteps of Esau.
Yeah.
Man. Chaos demons, man.
That's that pact that they made.
There you go.
Yeah,
We talked about that earlier
It's
too.
garden, man.
Spirit.
That was it on that.
Hey, you gonna? That's why a lot of women gonna end up like that bitch that went.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Talking about that too.
Ashley Renee, whatever the fucking name.
Whatever. Some thought, man, that got sent back to the spiritual realm, man. Some
Went with the devil.
You fuck with the devil, man. That's what happened when you go with that pink, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You end up. What did he say? She was hanging. He
Yeah,
hung her.
Hunger in the time it was a suicide. No, that bitch.
He ain't even.
You look at that nigga, tell he ain't like,
Bro, you can tell. Like that's what it was saying. Cause like all on her Instagram, she got pictures of him and her. But on his ground, he ain't even had no pictures of her, bro.
But even when you look at the videos, he looking at her like
bitch,
you a dog.
Yeah.
And that's why any Israelite woman, that, especially you black women that deal with Edomite, that's an instant turnoff, yo.
Yeah.
Because if you realize, not even just from a physical, like a spiritual, bitch, they used to rape y'all.
Like what the fuck is wrong?
They would rape y'all, and so just any so-called black woman that even entertain that, you a fucking idiot. That's what I said. For me, the moment I find out a bitch dealt with an Edomite, I don't like you no more, yo.
You do value.
All attraction is gone because you let that nigga go inside you, yo. You let a virus go in you, man.
Edomite, bro.
You a nasty motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, bitch, you literally laying down with a beast.
With a dog.
With a dog, man.
Matter of fact, he worse than a dog, bro. So come on, man. But just showing that this is why this nigga gotta go. Because he didn't corrupt a lot of women.
Yep.
You know, now they either like Esau or they gay.
You're right. Yep.
Shit, man.
So
Let it out.
Yeah, so he got to go, man. You know, the Lord about to get this cancer up out the earth, man.
Yeah, right.
Rightfully so.
You got something more?
Oh, I had some. I don't know what you said. This is Hebrews 13 and 14. It says, "For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come." NLT. For this world is not our permanent home. We are looking forward to a home yet to come. All right. This world, Esau, Edom's world. This is not our permanent home, man.
Right.
That's why the scriptures tell us to be as pilgrims.
Bro,
That word pilgrim literally means a wayfaring man traveling to a holy place. Man. All right. This is our repentance, or this is our penance. You know, when you look at, you know, somebody like you call them missionaries or whatever, but somebody that dedicated their life to keep the vow they made to the Lord.
Yep.
Sirach 5, man. We made a vow with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua the moment.
Yeah.
We came into the identity of being a Hebrew Israelite, man.
Yes.
You gotta, once you came to the knowledge of that, now you're bound. Y'all remember what the first commandment is?
Thou shalt not put any God before me.
To keep the commandment.
To keep the commandment.
Keep the commandment. So that's the end goal. That's only man that was able to do that was Yahushua. So that's what we're emulating to be like.
Yes.
That's why Hebrews 12 chapter says that he's our trailblazer, man.
Yes.
Right? He's the one that showed us this is what we got to do.
This is how you do it.
Even though we fail from time to time, we fall, we go off. All right, the mercy through the blood of Yahushua is what allows us to get back up because we're not defined by that. Because the scriptures tell you there's no condemnation to them that are in Yahushua.
Right.
So the Lord, remember that the Lord's hand isn't too long with it has to go.
Not too short.
Not
say.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You're never. You got niggas in the world, man. I'm too far gone.
They
Says who?
in the spirit, right? They
Says who,
condemn
man?
themselves.
That's a demon on you,
That's
bro.
a demon. Yep.
It's only one thing that you can do to pretty much make the Lord be like, fuck you, and that's being if you a blasphemer of the spirit, man.
Yep.
But other than that, hey, even down to shit that we may not be like, I don't want to be around that, but the Lord, look, if he want him, he gonna have him, man.
Yep.
All Israel gonna be fine in the kingdom anyway.
That's right.
But as of right now, if you truly believe that this is the truth, man, hey, man, give yourself over to the Lord fully and allow Him to work on you because you were seeking rest. Well, He says this is rest, man, and that rest is going to manifest eventually to heaven on earth, which is going to be done through the kingdom of heaven, man.
That's right, bro.
You know.
That's right.
So this is why we say we don't have no continuing city here, man.
No.
The world we seek to come, all right, that's going to be peace. That's true peace.
Yep.
All right, beyond just having a fucking empty house. All right, a wife that's obedient. It's going to be above all that because we're going to be one with our power, man.
Yep.
You know, being able to literally exist like his name says, man.
Yep.
You know?
I got a quick one.
Mm-hmm.
This is Revelation 21 and verse 4. Yeah, Carl. Yep. I started 1. Because really, this is what we're talking about. New heaven and a new earth. Revelation 21 and 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, speaking about rulership. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
Yep.
And going into Jacob and Esau, man. Esau was born first, right? He ultimately received his blessing first. That's why he's in his blessing right now. But guess what? We're coming into our blessing, right? New heaven and new earth, new rulership. It says, and there was no more sea. Verse 2, Revelation 21 and 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And this ultimately is taking place after that the ceremony of the crowning of the elect, man. Yep. You see, this is when ultimately the elect are going to have their new perfected bodies. Yep. As a bride. That's why I said as a bride adorned for her husband. You think about a bride on her wedding day, she's beautified, right? She's in all white, which is supposed to represent purity. Well, that's why it's likening the elect into. And ultimately, we're the woman of the Heavenly Father, anyways, man. Yeah. You see?
As I said, New Jerusalem, Jerusalem being restored back to that pristine state that we once had, man.
That's right.
Ooh. You know, that undefiled, pure, angelic force. That's right. We're gonna have our first estate back, man.
That's right. That's right. Revelation 21 and 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Heavenly Father is with men.
All right. It says with men. So starting with the 144,000 prophets, man.
Yep.
All right. That's what the Lord is using to bring the kingdom of heaven on earth. Not no fucking third temple that you see the small hats talking about over there. Man.
Right.
It's the third temple is not an actual building.
Nope.
All right. The tabernacle is this body.
There you go.
Because your body is just a shell for your spirit to inhabit.
That's it. And that's what body means, like bold.
When you go into what's that? And Matthew is about the unclean spirit, and it goes into that body. When you look up that word body, it goes back to pretty much a portal to where spirits can enter out of, in and out of. And so, if you don't have the Holy Spirit in your vessel, then you're an empty vessel, and a demon is a body. So that's why I said you can only either serve the Lord or you serve Satan. So if you ain't serving the Lord, then Satan got you, man.
Serving somebody.
Right. Right. That's it. It says Revelation 21 and
so I say all that because what we're reading, this is after that perfection process that we read about in the Hebrews 8, Jeremiah 33, where the Lord says he's going to put his ways into our
he's going to put his laws, statutes, commandments into our inward parts, our spirits.
That fleshly heart, man. So that's what's going to make us perfect.
Yep.
Because then we'll never sin again. Then we'll that first statement will have immortality. That the angelic body, which is going to give us the spiritual power.
Right.
Which we have the spiritual power on this side before we get the body.
Right.
But it's going to all be in its perfection, though, man.
Yeah. 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter goes into that. Around the 50th verse on down, it goes into us getting our new bodies, getting the victory over death, because we're not going to sin anymore. That's the only reason why the Lord been putting us to death is because we sin. Sin is transgression of the law, statutes, and commandments. But if the Lord puts his law, statutes, and commandments into us, into our spirits, and we can serve him perfectly, the Lord won't have a reason to put us to death.
Right. You
see, that's how we're going to become immortal, man. You see, at the end of the day, you got guys that try to scoff against this truth, but they really don't understand the importance of this truth, man. Yeah. They don't understand the true plan of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. You see, they just see, us on the highways and byways and thinking we're crazy. They don't understand that this is just one surface of the blessings and everything that the Lord is bestowing upon us, man. They don't see it. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it ain't for them to see, man. Right. You see?
I got this real fast. This is Psalms 27 and verse 9 or verse 8. And it says, it's going to the point that pretty much you had mentioned, pretty much it's we're beautified by, the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
This is Psalms 27 and verse 8, and it says, if thou followest righteousness, thou shalt obtain her and put her on as a glorious long robe. And ultimately, going into Isaiah the 52nd chapter in the first verse, it says, "Awake, awake." Put on thy strength. That's also synonymous. With that glorious long robe. Because in the ways and factions that we learn in the world, essentially that was Jacob at a low vibration. You see, but it's just the law, statutes, and commandments that ultimately allow for us to be glorified.
That's right. That's right.
And it's heavy because as the elect's vibration is raising, because the highest vibration you could be is pretty much like for example, you watch Lucy. When Lucy unlocked 100% of her brain, she became like the Most High. So she vibrated to a point to where the earth couldn't contain her spirit.
Right.
But we're gonna have a body that's gonna be able to contain that high vibration, man. So it's gonna be a heavy thing. Like I said, man, we're literally gonna be like gods on earth.
Yeah, they show you that, and I know bros watch Invincible, like with the Viltrumites, man.
Yeah.
Ultimately, what's the dude like the dude he's like the top Viltrumite.
Right.
Yeah. We're gonna be on a level like that, but even higher. But watching certain things like that kind of put you in that mindset of how we're gonna be on the planet Earth, man. Yeah. True guys, like Priest Amon just said, man. We're gonna be true guys on Earth, man. You see. Revelation 21 and verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, "Behold, the tabernacle of the Heavenly Father is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And the Heavenly Father himself shall be with them and be their power." Now this is the point I wanted to get into verse 4, because Priest was making a point. Babylon, America, this captivity that we're in, we don't have a continual city here, man. Right. You see, this is the land of our captivity. It's not meant for us to live it up here, man. This place is not our rest. Like it says, what is that? Micah 2 and 10. Yep. This is not our rest, man. But we do have a kingdom that's going to be our rest, and that's the kingdom that's coming right now, right? It says, this is Revelation 21 and 4. "And the Heavenly Father shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death." We was going into how it's going to be no more death because we're going to be perfected.
That's right.
"Neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away." And this is what we're waiting on, man. You see, right now in our captivity, we got to go through the sorrows, the pain, the tears, all of that, man. We got to, because ultimately we're up under the curses. Right. We deserve it. We got to get our asses whooped. But see, the Lord is he's a merciful power. He's about to forgive us. Yes, and soon we ain't going to have to worry about any more suffering, man. Yes. So that's why if you're an Israelite and you're still trying to think of ways on how you're going to afford yourself in this kingdom and trying to exalt yourself, you ain't in the right spirit, bro. Ultimately, man, you got demons on you, man. You ain't got it. Because you cannot be in your right mind to not want this, what we just read. Ultimately, eternal rest, man. Yep. That's what the Lord's about to give us: eternal rest, peace, and dominion over the planet Earth, man. We're gonna be rulers. We ain't gonna have to worry about going to our enemies for all wants and needs, man. Right. They're gonna be bringing us all of their, all of the best, man, of what they got, man. You see?
So we'll show you how true nobility is supposed to operate.
There you go. Right. There you go.
Second Ezra chapter 8 and verse 1, and it says, let me see. Yeah. Second Ezra 8 and 1, "And he answered me, saying, The Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for few."
Yeah, he made this world for many. This is why all the heathen, we had your opportunity. So you can't say the Most High wasn't fair. He was able to rule. All right, you was able to, live it up. All right, but the world to come is for few. That's only for the Israelites.
That's right. That's right.
This is our inheritance, ultimately, man. The Lord allows y'all to have y'all fun, but then we're gonna show you how it's supposed to be ran.
Yes.
Yes. All right, and through us, you're gonna benefit because life is gonna expand. All right. Right now, under these devils, man, the earth is shrunk.
Yeah.
Everything is at its lowest estate because the wicked is ruling, man, and the earth by default is opposed to them.
That's right.
All right. So when we get in the power tree again, man, the earth is going to expand just off of the pure influence of the Israelites, man.
That's right, man.
Go ahead.
Verse 2, "I will tell thee a similitude, Esdras, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so the course of this present world.
Mm-hmm.
There be many created, but few shall be saved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, hey, the elect, man, we have a special thing waiting for us, man.
Yes.
All right. So, Lord willing, we're of the elect, man. The Lord is preparing this world for us because, like I said, this small remnant of Jakes that believe and see the vision that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is cultivating, all right, we're going to be the ones that actually usher this in.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
as you know, you brothers and you sisters that believe, you're aiding in that because the prayers you're sending up, all right, you're preparing yourself for the kingdom of heaven as well. But it starts with the prophets first, man. You know, and the things that we have been, we've been telling our people. This is a vibration that only selected individuals through the Spirit can receive. This is why when you go into that verse when Yahweh Shah was speaking about, unto you have I given the mystery of the kingdom of heaven. That word mystery goes into mysterion, which goes back to the initiated ones, man. All right. So this is esoteric knowledge that wasn't given to everybody. That esoteric knowledge is like a secret. Yep. The Lord shared with us, man. Yep. That's why He said that, hey, He don't call us servants, but He calls us friends because the servant doesn't know what his master is doing. He shared with us the knowledge of what He's about to do. That's why He didn't give us the details of what the kingdom's going to consist of, what we're going to be doing and all that, because that's not necessary. All we need to know is it's a world coming for us. Yes, sir. And in this world, you ain't going to have to want for a thing. Before you even think about it, the Most High already going to give it to you. Yep. The things that we forsook and lost on this side, we're going to have it 100-fold, man. That's right. Just be patient. That's the main thing, is just be patient, bro. Right. And our patience is about to be rewarded because we're right here at the door, man. That's right. You know? That's right. So if you are one of the few that can understand this knowledge and is actually applying it and seeking, count yourself blessed, man.
Yeah. Can you jump down, bro? Can you jump down to verse 62?
That's right. That's the spirit.
Okay.
That's the spirit, bro. Hey, the spirit be moving.
Nah, real talk.
Second Ezra chapter 9, bro.
Yes, sir.
Second Ezra chapter 8 and verse 62. These things have I not shewed unto all men, but unto thee, and few like thee. Then answered I and said, Behold, O Lord, now hast thou shewed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times, but at what time thou hast not shewed me.
That's why I said, man, if you have the eye to see and the ears to hear, you see that everything that the Lord is doing is for our benefit, man. Real quick, this is Isaiah 34:8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. So, Lord willing, this will be the year. And how it look. If it's not this year, 2027 could damn near be it. Because shit, we're in April. We're halfway through the year already, man. A couple more weeks is going to be May, June, July. Then we're going to be right back here in December 31st all over again.
Come on, man.
And who knows what the Lord has in motion in that time. But we see what the Lord is doing behind the scenes, man. All right. We see how the Lord is influencing these leaders to go back and forth with each other. He's setting the stages of war, all right, which in turn, by domino effect, is affecting the economy over here because that's Strait of Hormuz. That's going to have major implications over here in Babylon, man. We're going to see the economy be heavily affected, all right? Hyperinflation, all right, which is all being done so they can drop the dollar, go with this digital money, which is going to then lead to the RFID chip. And like I said, as we're learning in between, the details are becoming finite as we get there. This is why, the Lord has certain guys making the videos like the Professor James and other people making the videos explaining the process. And it's just further adding to what we're saying to show us this is prophecy, man. So we're on the right track. We're just watching everything play out. We're at a point in time that we ain't really got to say much else, man. All we're doing is just reiterating the same points that we've been making, giving the same milk and vision and everything that needs to be known in the time, and going from there to, look, boom, we're right here. We told y'all the dollar is about to crash. Next thing you know, you're going to wake up, your bank account, zero. Now we got to transition to whether it's the FedNow app or whatever. And then we're right here, bro. We're right fucking here, bro. Right so here, just stay the course, man.
That's it.
Real quick, I'm going to get this part off. Hey, y'all watching my shot, watching my Second Ezra 2:13. It says, Go and ye shall receive, pray for a few days unto you, that they may be shortened, The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch it. And the Lord has been answering those prayers, man. Hey, the days are short, bro. Literally. It be the weekend. You wake up Sunday, and the next thing you realize, damn, it's Friday.
Yeah, bro. Right.
You gotta go to Canada Mall,
Right.
like, all over again. It's the same thing. Where the Lord is shortening the days. I believe they had a report that came out a couple months ago that said the Earth is spinning the fastest it's ever been. So it's even faster than we reported on it last time, man.
You got regular people in the world that's
exactly, bro.
Time is moving.
Like shit is real. That's the Lord speeding this up for our sake, man.
As He said He would, man.
So keep your mind in the spirit, man, because we're almost here, man. Don't care about your job is gonna be done away with soon, man.
Yep.
All right, your daily necessities of what you think that you always gonna have availability to is gonna be gone, man.
Yep.
So everything is predicated upon us serving the Lord, all right, trusting the Lord, and waiting out till He delivers us, man.
Yep. Yep.
And only a few of us is able to see this, which is so beautiful. This what makes this truth so precious, man.
Yeah.
All these people that heard the Israelite message, that came up against it, that's talking shit.
Yeah.
That some may even agree, but they still got the ties to the world, but they just don't want to give it up. Yeah. They all see what we're saying is true, but we are the only ones that have the true insight to really get it and understand it, man. Because there's a thing about you getting the information, but you don't know what to do with it.
Exactly.
That's why Proverbs 4:6, with all that getting, get understanding. You know?
Understand what thou readest, man. You gotta understand, bro. That's the important part. You know, you can like Preacher was saying, you can see something, but you gotta have that understanding with it. You got a whole bunch of people knowing that America's on its way out or whatever, but they don't know the true picture. They don't know the whole real deal of what the Lord is getting ready to do. They're not looking for the Lord to return.
They don't know how to get there. That's the thing.
Right.
We've been given the blueprint. It's in Isaiah where it said it's a highway.
Yep.
Only the wayfaring man can walk on, man. Yeah. The wayfaring man, that's the man of the truth. Yep. That's the women that believe in the truth, man. We are the ones that's actually looking. The Lord paved the way to that's Psalm 119. Yep. The word has been a lamp unto my feet. Mm-hmm. We're literally being led to the kingdom, man. The Lord is manifesting the kingdom before our eyes, which is starting within us, and we're gonna all of us get into Yahushua. That's how the kingdom's gonna get established, man. Yeah, because then He's gonna have the power to bring it to the earth, man. Yeah. And it's not no fucking floating city that's gonna be in the cloud. It's gonna be on the earth. Like you see Esau and these skyscrapers and these castles. We're gonna have mansions, fucking solid gold, amethyst floors, all type of stuff. We're gonna have each brother gonna have his own plot of land that Yahushua gave them, and you're gonna have your spirit on that land.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be decked out, bro. Yeah, bro.
Okay. Certain vibration. This brother land. This brother got his own thing, and it's all gonna be intertwined with each other.
Man, right, man, bro.
Beautiful towns is waiting for us, man.
Yeah, eyes have not seen nor ear heard the things that the Lord has prepared for us, man. Yeah. You know, roughly paraphrasing, man. So at the end of the day, that's just more fuel for us to keep going, man. You know, especially during Jacob's trouble when all hell breaks loose, man. Isaiah 33:6, right? This truth is gonna keep us stable, right? Having that fear of the Lord, and then ultimately understanding the reward for us enduring it to the end, man. And everything that's about to come with it, man. Having great names in the kingdom, right? That's a part of our legacy, man. We ain't trying to just be like regular citizens, man. Nah. You see, we trying to be upper echelon, man. You see? So at the end of the day, man, we have something to fight for. Before we was in this truth, I can speak for myself. I know brothers probably can attest to it, man. I ain't really understood as far as like what I wanted to be or whatever, man. Like I ain't had nothing to really fight for, man. But now we got something to fight for, the kingdom, our heritage, man. Hey, fighting for Yahweh Shai, man. Right. That's what it's about, man. You see? So at the end of the day, we gotta hold fast to what we learn and endure, man. We gotta fucking endure, man. Right. You see?
The second Ezra?
Yeah. Second Ezra 1, 39, 40. Okay.
You want second Ezra 1?
No. Well, did you read 63?
Mm-hmm. You want to read it again?
Read it again, yeah.
Second Ezra chapter 8, and you said verse 63? Mm-hmm. God, second Ezra 8 and 63. Behold, O Lord, now hast thou shewed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times.
Mm-hmm.
But at what time thou hast not shewed unto me.
Right. So as we've been telling you, the miracles that Yahweh Shem Shai is doing in the earth. When I'm saying miracles, I'm saying as far as on both sides, because even what Esau's doing on the left hand is still a miracle, but it's just a left hand miracle. All right, but things we never thought we would see a nigga split the atom. The literal word atom means undivisible. This man cut the atom in half and created a bomb to use that on people as a weapon, man. So if he's able to do that on the left hand and bring in a fucking caveman, fucking weirdo ass nigga and put him to a position where he think he's God on the earth, man. Yeah. That's a miracle, man. That's a miracle. You know? But his downfall, we've been telling you his downfall, we just weren't able to give you the time and date, but we're telling you all the aspects to prove he's on his way out. Yeah. All right? And so the Lord has set up individuals that were able to hear this message, understand it, and then give it out to the brothers and sisters that watch these videos and tune in, man. You know, the prophets are the leaders. You know.
Yep.
Get that?
100%. This is yeah, more. You want?
That was
That was it. Second Esdras chapter 1, verse 39. Unto whom I will give for leaders, Abraham.
What 38 says?
Second Esdras 1 and 38. And now, brother, behold, what glory, and see the people that come from the east. Verse 39. Unto whom I will give for leaders, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Hosea, Amos, Micah, Joel, Obadiah, and Jonah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, which is called also an angel of the Lord.
Which were what? The prophets.
Yep.
Angel messenger. We're in the same stead as these men that came to give you the vision on the destruction and the deliverance, man. All right, so we giving you the whole road, man.
Yeah.
All right, so the Lord is gonna allow us to usher in, all right, the kingdom through the prophecies that we're breaking down for you, man.
Yeah.
So we're literally being used to bring in the kingdom of heaven, man, to prepare you for it. So your mind and the kingdom of heaven starts up here,
right?
And then when we get the new bodies, that's going to be the bringing the kingdom of heaven to earth, man. As we read in Revelation 21, man.
Yeah, bro.
So all the things that the Lord is doing in the earth is for our benefit, man. Let me get that Romans real close.
God, this is the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 28 in the NLT. And we know that the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, causes everything to work together for the good of those who love the Most High and are called according to his purpose for them.
So he's doing all this for us, man. All right? Even though we're going to have to go through the hard times, man, but what they say in the world, after every storm, there's a rainbow.
There you go.
All right? That rainbow was a covenant that he wasn't going to wipe us away again, man. You know? So we have great things waiting for us because, once again, he's doing this for us. Jeremiah 29:11, man.
Yeah.
All right? The Lord has good things, prepared for us.
That's right.
So we just got to endure the hardship, and we're going to be all right, man. Yeah. So, anybody have anything else? No. All right, so Lord willing, the lesson was edifying, so we're going to close out by giving our honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us the truth and that rule well, and peace and salutation to the elect. Until next time, we say shalom.
Shalom.
Yes, sir.